Hello everyone, welcome to the course on Measurements and Instrumentation. In this session, I am discussing the topic Dynamometer type Wattmeter, its construction, working, errors, advantages and disadvantages. First, move on to the construction of Dynamometer type Wattmeter. A dynamometer type wattmeter is used for measurement of power. It consists of fixed coil and a moving coil. These are the two major parts of a dynamometer type wattmeter. Fixed coil connect in series with the load. It considered as current coil because the load current flows through it. For making the construction easy, the fixed coil is divided into two parts and these two elements are parallel connected to each other. The fixed coil produces a uniform electric field which is essential for the working of instrument. The current coil of the instrument is designed to carry the current of approximately 20 ampere for saving power. Next part is moving coil. The moving coil considered as pressure coil of instrument. It connects parallel with supply voltage. The current flow through them directly proportional to supply voltage. The pointer is connected with the moving coil. The movement of the pointer controls with the help of spring. The current flows through the coil increases their temperature. The flow of current control with the help of resistor which is connected in series with the moving coil. The function of the series resistor is to control the current flowing through this moving coil. And in dynamometer type wattmeter, the controlling torque is provided with the help of spring arrangement that is not shown in this figure, and damping torque is produced with the help of air friction damping. See, here the pointer is attached with the moving coil and actually this is on the spindle. Next, move on to the working of dynamometer type wattmeter. See the connection diagram. Here, this is the current coil which is connected in series with the load. Current coil is fixed. And this is our pressure coil which is connected in parallel to the load and parallel to the supply. And this pressure coil measures voltage across load and the current flowing through the pressure coil is proportional to load voltage. And the current coil is having low resistance and therefore the construction of current coil is with thick wires and fine number of turns, less number of turns, thick wire with less turns. And pressure coil is connected in such a way that it consists of large number of turns of fine wire. When power is to be measured in a circuit, wattmeter is connected in the circuit. The current coil is connected in series with the load, carries the load current, and potential coil connected in parallel with the load carries current proportional to voltage across the load. Here, the fixed coil or current coil produce a field Fm and the moving coil produce a field Fr. The field Fr tries to come in line with main field Fm which produce a deflecting torque and the pointer attached to the spindle of the moving coil hence deflect. And the deflection is controlled by controlling torque produced by spring and air friction damping is used in electrodynamometer type wattmeter. Next, move on to the theory of dynamometer type wattmeter. In a dynamometer type wattmeter, the deflecting torque TD is equal to IFSC IMC cos theta dm by d theta. Here IFC stands for current through fixed coil and IMC stands for current through moving coil. And here cos theta, theta is the angle between IFC and IMC. Here M is the mutual inductance of coil and this theta is deflection. A dynamometer type wattmeter can be used for the measurement of DC and AC. First consider DC supply. Deflecting torque TD equal to IFC IMC dm by d theta, and in case of DC, angle between these two current is 0. So cos theta is 1. Hence the equation becomes IFC IMC dm by d theta. The current through the moving coil is V divided by Rp plus R. The reason is that Rp is the resistance of pressure coil, and here an additional resistance R is connected in series with the coil for controlling the current. So total resistance is Rp plus R. So IMC equal to V divided by Rp plus R. It can be written as V divided by capital Rp. Hence deflecting torque TD equal to current in the fixed coil of IFC is equal to I and IMC equal to V divided by Rp into dm by d theta. So deflecting torque TD is proportional to Vi, and at final steady state position of pointer, deflecting torque becomes equal to controlling torque, and the controlling torque TC equal to K theta. K is spring constant and theta is deflection of pointer. So at final steady state position, deflection theta is proportional to Vi. Vi is our power. So deflection of the pointer is directly proportional to power developed in a DC circuit. Consider the supply is AC. The deflecting torque TD equal to IFC IMC cos theta dm by d theta. When the supply is AC, we have to consider the pressure coil inductance. So current through moving coil equal to V divided by ZMC. ZMC stands for impedance of moving coil. That is equal to V divided by Rp plus additional resistance R plus j omega Lp. Here Lp is inductance of pressure coil. So the equation becomes V divided by Rp plus j omega Lp. And ZMC can be written as Z angle beta. Here beta is impedance angle and it is equal to tan inverse omega Lp divided by Rp. Substituting the value of IFC and IMC in this equation, we get deflecting torque equal to IV by Z cos phi minus beta dm divided by d theta. Here theta is angle between current through fixed coil and current through moving coil. Actually, current through fixed coil lags by an angle phi, and current through moving coil is actually V by Z angle beta. So the resultant angle becomes phi minus beta. And the equation becomes I V by Rp cos beta cos phi minus beta dm by d theta. This equation is obtained by substituting the value of Z. Z equal to Rp divided by cos beta from this equation. Here, deflecting torque consists of the terms cos beta, cos phi minus beta. We know that our actual value of power in AC supply is proportional to or it is equal to Vi cos phi. Phi minus beta is less than phi, or cos phi minus beta is greater than cos phi. So, at lagging power factor, the measured value is greater than true value. The reason is that cos phi minus beta is greater than cos phi. So, the measured value becomes greater than true value. And at steady state, deflecting torque become equal to controlling torque, and controlling torque is k theta. And when beta equal to 0, deflecting torque is proportional to Vi cos phi. Beta equal to 0 only when the inductance of the coil is 0. Beta becomes 0 only when the inductance of the coil is 0. When beta equal to 0, the deflecting torque or the deflection theta is proportional to Vi cos phi. That is power. And hence, the scale is uniform. Next, consider the case with a capacitive load or leading power factor. In the previous case, the power factor is lagging. Here, it is leading. When the power factor is leading, the only difference is that the term cos phi minus beta becomes equal to cos phi plus beta. The angle between IFC and IMC is cos phi plus beta. So the deflecting torque equal to I V by Z cos phi plus beta dm by d theta. And substitute the value of Z, that is equal to Rp divided by cos beta. We got the equation of deflecting torque is I V by Rp cos beta cos phi plus beta dm by d theta. Here the equation consists of the term cos phi plus beta. Phi plus beta is greater than phi, or cos phi plus beta is less than cos phi. Vi cos phi is our true value of power. The equation consists of the term cos beta cos phi plus beta. So, the meter shows the reading somewhat less than actual power. At leading power factor, measured value is lesser than true value. Sorry, here it is leading. At leading power factor, measured value is less than true value. And at steady state, deflecting torque become equal to controlling torque, and the value of controlling torque Tc equal to k theta. And when beta equal to 0, deflecting torque is proportional to Vi cos phi, and hence deflection is proportional to power. So the scale is uniform. Next, move on to different errors in dynamometer type wattmeter. The first error is error due to potential coil inductance. The inductance of the potential coil is liable to cause an error in the reading of wattmeter. Because of this error, wattmeter gives a high reading on lagging power factor and low reading on leading power factor. The second one is error due to power loss in the potential coil or current coil. Another possible error in the indicated power may be due to some voltage drop in current coil or the current taken by potential coil. This defect can be overcome by having an additional compensating winding which connect in series with the potential coil but is so placed that it produces a field in opposite direction to that of current coil. And third type of error is error due to eddy current. The alternating field of fixed or current coil induces eddy current in the solid metal parts which set up their own magnetic field. This alters the magnitude and phase of magnetic field, causing deflection. Thus, error is introduced in the instrument reading. To reduce this error, solid metal parts are removed as far as away from the current coil as possible. And fourth type of error is error due to magnetic field. The dynamometer type wattmeter has relatively weak operating field. Therefore, stray field affect the reading of this instrument considerably and cause serious error. This type of instrument must be shielded against stray magnetic field. Try using iron cases or providing thin iron shield over the working parts and thereby reducing the error. Next is advantages and disadvantages of dynamometer type wattmeter. The major advantages are it can be used both on AC and DC circuit. Whether it is used in AC and DC, it has uniform scale and high degree of accuracy can be obtained by careful design. And the major disadvantages are at low power factor, the inductance of the potential coil causes serious errors. And second is the reading of the instrument may be affected by stray field acting on the moving coil. In order to prevent it, magnetic shielding is provided by enclosing the instrument in an iron case. Thank you.